Cheers.
Cheers. Clink.
Clink. Pop fizz clink. Remember that from like Kate Spade?
No, was it like marketing?
It was like all over her purses and like, let me look it up. If I want to say.
Yeah, pull up an image.
Pop fizz clink Kate Spade. Perfect. See, you remember this?
No, this does not look familiar at all. That olive is really cute, though.
I ate this shit. This is like.
But that's the thing. You were a Kate Spade girly.
I remember looking for jobs. Like I wanted to work for her. Like this specifically is just. Oh my god, it's on eBay. $90.
That's
also,
cute.
R.I.P.
Yeah, R.I.P.
Super sad.
I still have my OG Kate Spade.
You do, huh?
I'm never getting rid of it. I can't. The pink lining,
no, I
the pink silk lining.
I had a big like almost like not a briefcase. I don't know the shape of it. It was like round at the top, flat at the bottom, like structured bottom,
like a dome.
Almost like but like a slouchy dome, like a witch's bag almost.
Oh, like the drawstring ones?
No, it wasn't drawstring. It was like the Hocus Pocus, or not the Hocus Pocus. It was like a Halloween Town, her grandma's bag. Like just slouchy at the top. Do you mean to show you?
I need you to show me. I think I could picture it.
Okay, it's more like this, but it's not this one. No, it's not even like that. Don't listen to me.
Yeah, is it like a tote?
No, it's not like a square tote. It's like a...
Is it like cylindrical?
No. Like there's the top of it. Zipper top handbag.
Okay. Is it like mine?
No, wait, that flops over. Never mind. I didn't see the underneath there. No, it's not like yours. Okay, this is closer to how the top looked.
Okay. Oh.
You're getting there. And do you remember, like, try and think of mine. Like, you saw it on my body.
Okay, no, I think I could picture most the Halloween Town bag. Try searching that again. Try, like, go to her character.
Oh, God, he was so sexy. I loved him. That was, like, one of my sexual awakenings.
Is this, like, your hear me out? We should do hear me outs.
This is my hear me out. This is, like, number one. And, like, look at when he was, like, a human.
Hot.
Oh, smash. All right, hold on. One thing at a time. Okay.
Oh.
That top. Minus the alligator legs.
Right.
It had that top.
Okay.
And it was black.
And it like kind of satcheled just at the top, right? Like it would kind of like dig in. Yep, I know what you're talking about.
And the bottom was like this is kind of a better angle of like what it would look like from the side. Like it had like a bone right there, like structure at the top and then slouchy but like flat at the bottom.
What color was yours?
It was black. Wait, this is really funny. Black with like striped interior lining, but I feel like she always had that, you know?
Yeah, definitely.
That was kind of like her thing.
Oh, I wish she still had it.
I saved it for a long time. I for the same reason, I was like, oh God, I feel like I need to keep it. Like, and then she passed away, and I was like, I don't know, like this feels like really iconic now. And I think it was just as 90% of the things I get rid of it happens in like a, like I just need to throw it away. And I don't think I threw that one away. I think I sold that one. Yeah, I got rid of it.
Damn.
I know.
That's
but the
like,
Pop Fizz Clink, that was iconic. That's why we said that.
I often think about like if our moms, I know your mom kept a lot of apparel, but my mom didn't really keep anything. And she was stylish in the 90s. And it makes me think like, what do we have to save to give? Like, I feel like I'm now, in the past few years, I feel like I've acquired some good pieces that I'll give to my kids, like that are save worthy to give to my children. But like, we've gone through so many phases of fashion, and it makes me think like, what's going to come back when our kids are teenagers? And like watching them get dressed and think like, I literally had a pair of shorts like that. Like you could have had my shorts.
It's going to be the like oversized t-shirt dress from Brandy.
Yep.
I mean, honestly, I feel like we're even going to see that coming back now with like the 2016 revival. Like it's going to be that kind of Tumblr.
Yep. I hope so.
1975, whatever. But
that was my shit.
Yeah, I feel like they're going to like try and source Brandy Melville, they're going to try and source, talking about our kids here, try and source like PacSun.
Like a vintage Abercrombie. Like the
people are already trying to do that.
Right.
I feel like the sweetheart.
Yep, the sweetheart, the lace,
the sweetheart top,
the lace tanks.
Oh my god, yeah, the layered tank with a V-neck. Like
I actually saw I was at Abercrombie maybe a couple weeks ago, and they had a layered top with like the lace poking out at the bottom, and I was like, wow, it's really coming back.
That's the thing. I feel like when it comes back though, the original
is still
consumer
better.
is like, but you don't hop back on it.
No,
I feel like
because
not all the time, at least.
They're trying to appeal. Like you can't recreate identically. I don't think like they're trying to appeal to people who think that look is nostalgic, but still they're not wearing it. They're just like, oh, that was our shit.
Appreciating it.
Yep. But it's one thing to like bring back that style in like a modern, fresh way, which is what I think like the younger generation would want to see from that kind of style, not like a actual recreation. Like we don't want to see fucking gauchos. We're not trying to get like
please no. But you know what? We say that, and then I literally have it on record. I was texting, it was Stephen Hantos like 4 or 5 years ago, and he mentioned something about
low-rise
skinny jeans, and it was low-rise, not skinny, sorry. It was low-rise jeans, and I on record said, you will never catch me dead in low-rise. Walk into my closet right now.
Look at you now.
Low-rise. Like it, you say it, and then I don't know. I don't know if it's, I think about this a lot with fashion, like, because it'll come in waves. There's different types of fashionistas. It's the people who, don't give a fuck, like on the front line. The people who don't give a fuck, they'll try whatever. They don't care if it's trendy or not. Those often become the trendsetters. And then like second line are the people that like wait a little bit of a beat to see like how it's received by the front line, and then they're like, okay, I'll try it out, and then they try it out, and I feel like it go on and on and on, and it kind of spans back in a cadence of like how long the public chews on it, if that makes sense. And then like once you see enough people do it, then you're like, okay, I guess now it's my turn.
Yeah,
it's officially back, or it's officially okay. I'll put that in quotes because literally whatever the fuck you want. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like that is kind of what the low rise did to me. Like at first I was like, nope, because for our generation, it's triggering because like the low rise we were wearing, it was like
tight
muffin tops.
Yeah.
Like no matter what, it was squeezing on my sides. I have really like low hip
it was
bones.
also
like,
at an age where we like one year we didn't have hips, and then the next year we did have hips. So we were like, we just didn't, I mean, at least for speaking for myself, like I didn't know what size jean I was supposed to be.
Me too.
And then the second low rise came in, I'm like, okay, these are supposed to fit at my hips, but like my hips used to be the width of my thighs.
Right.
But now they're, like.
No, that's so real. And especially, and I feel like a lot of people relate to this, the low rise coming back after the just long time of high rise we had. Like, because my waist, and I'm just talking my waist, like where you're like above your belly button, that part of your waist. Mine was like, I can buy like these tiny little sizes.
Right.
But my hip bones, I'm sizing up 4 sizes.
Yeah.
Truly. I size up. If I buy something low rise, I go up 4 sizes.
Right. Because you're accounting for
like,
so many more inches.
So many more inches. And
and at that age, you're like, no, I'm a 2.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I tried to ride the 00 train till the fucking end. And it was never a reality. I was just squeezing into it, like just wanting it to be my reality. It's so sad.
Right. It's very sad. It's very
because then
sad.
I think about like little us being like trying. I'm gonna cry.
And it's like, it's okay. You're just growing.
Yeah, you're just growing. That's so sad.
It's very sad.
That's
it's
so sad.
You know, and it's traumatizing as a young tween.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was always hard at like sleepovers too. You want to like borrow somebody's shit, and you're like it. Well, this started dark. Happy Monday, everybody.
Happy Monday.
Are you caught up on Traitors?
I did not watch last.
Princess?
I did not watch last night's episode. Is it crazy?
Oh, just go watch it. If you guys haven't
Uh-oh.
started Traitors this season, it is so good. I've
It's
watched
so
other
fucking
seasons, and there's some they put crack in the season. It's a great cast too. I think that is obviously a big part of it, but they're throwing in a lot of like really cool new stakes, if you will. This
Ooh.
isn't a spoiler.
Okay.
Can I say something?
Yeah, I don't
Like
care.
one of the challenges they do, I'm not saying who won, nothing. But one of the challenges, you know how like majority of the challenges, there's always shields along the way you can earn.
Yeah.
Well, this one, something you can earn is a dagger. And what the dagger does, the winner of the dagger gives you 2 votes in the next round table. So you can like really kind of dump a vote on somebody. It gives you 2 votes.
Ooh. You know what?
It's so good.
I love this about Traitors in general. Like I think I've watched all the US seasons and I've watched a few of the UK seasons, and every season is different. I feel like they always do like add something new. They add a new element. They like structure differently. Like it's always like sometimes it's 2 traitors. Sometimes it's 2 traitors and a hidden traitor. Like they always do something different. Did you watch last season with Rob?
I did, but I didn't
Rob.
finish that. No,
Boston Rob,
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't finish it.
Oh, it's such a good one, and they do shit like that to the end. Like it's
I don't know why I stopped, but
that's a good one too. They're all honestly.
who won that one?
I want to say Gabby. I think
Oh.
Gabby won.
Okay, then maybe I did finish it. Okay, I just looked it up. The winners of last season were Dolores, Dylan, Lord Ivar, and Gabby. I didn't finish this then.
You didn't? It's a really good season. I would say like if you don't watch Traitors, start with this. This is like a good season to start with actually, and then watch the new one.
Now I think about it, I kind of feel like maybe I haven't finished a season because I didn't know there could be 4 winners.
I think it's just getting all the traitors out.
Okay, so say you got them all out right away, then everybody splits it. It's just whoever's left gets to
I
split
believe
it
so.
once the last traitor's out. Okay.
Yeah, I believe so.
It is so good.
It's
I was
such a good
thinking
show.
too, the set design on that would be so fun. I would give my firstborn to be able to be on that team.
So cool. And like
Like
from season to
the
season
haunted
too.
house one.
Yep. Like switching from season to season because there's always, like you said, the haunted house, like that cabin in the woods. It's always like a different theme. So
they
like
always do a cabin?
they did a cabin last season.
God, I don't know anything.
Yeah.
I'm just like trying to preach it and I don't even know the show.
Yeah, I don't recall if they did the cabin. I think maybe actually. Yeah, they definitely did it last season, but it's a different challenge, so it's decorated differently.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, the cabin this year was really cool with the like the Ouija thing on the big table.
All the powder or whatever.
Yeah.
Dust. Not powder.
Powder.
All the coke.
All the coke on the table. Oh my God, I saw this. I saw a brief little clip on Instagram, and it was, God, I wish I could fucking reference it and give it credit, but it was of another podcast, and they were talking about, you know, like escape rooms where you go in. It's this whole theme, and it's this whole like set, and you're really like immersed in the setting and like the time of, you know, what the theme is for the escape room. He was like, it would be cool to have a company that did like experiences like that. So you would, like, if you wanted to like cosplay a firefighter, you would go into like their firefighter simulation, and like it would be this whole set and this whole like storyline in this one room. Or if you wanted to like be a king, you could go into the king room, and like it would be this whole like plot one, you know, like, or like an interior designer or like anything. Like you could just go into an experiential room. And let me see if I can find it. Damn, I can't find it, but it made me think it would be cool for like someone like me to go into like a restaurant one and be like, do something polar opposite of like me and be like a head chef and like deliver my meals.
That's so random.
I know, but it would be so cool. to experience something like that.
I know what you mean, like a polar opposite where there's no like repercussions too. Like,
right,
it's not
exactly. And it's a simulation, right? So like every meal that I deliver is gonna be like the best meal ever, and I'm gonna get like compliments to the chef and like so like
that's really funny. That reminds me of in Severance last season, like all the different rooms that were like they were her different memories, but like they were full simulations, like Christmas Day, the airplane, like it was like full immersive, just 100% accurate. It reminds me of that.
That'd be cool.
Just less dark. What would I do?
Yeah, what would you do? When I thought about it, I thought about something I'm bad at, and like you guys know me, like I wouldn't say I'm like a bad cook, but like I have no like knowledge of like taste buds or like if it's too salty or if it needs this. So I just like thought of something that like would be cool to experience that I just will likely never experience in my life.
And I feel like something like that, if you were able to experience it, you would come out of it and you would then have the like false experience.
Exactly.
Yes, but like you would now have the new insight.
Yeah.
This actually reminds me of when I was in Big Bear, we were playing a game around the table. It was actually so much fun. We would go around the table and we would say, like I would look at you, Alex, and I'd say the 3 things I would do if I was in your body. It was Natalie's turn. And our friend Natalie she's a Leo woman. She's a fucking hoot. She's just hilarious. That's all I need to tell you. She's a Leo woman and she's fucking hilarious. I looked at her and I said, and she's so confident too. I looked at her and I said, if I was in your body, I would want to go flirt for a day. And just because she's so good at it and it's so easy, I would want to go flirt with people for a day so that when I get out of her body, I picked up some like tips.
Totally.
So it's kind of like that, like I would want to come out of the experience with like intel. Okay, well, completely contrary to that point, because I don't know what intel I would ever need from this simulation. Ever since my cross country drive, I'm super into like truck drivers. I think I'd really want to try
a really cool simulation.
I want to drive. I want to like live in the
cabin,
the truck. Like, bring Link because a lot of them bring their dogs. Like,
no, you would be one of those truck drivers that would have like a cabin cat. And like, you know how the cat like sits up on the
on the dash.
Yeah, on the dash. That'd be you.
Oh, that'd be so fun.
Like a pilot, like you would just do a commercial flight with like Southwest, but it's a you
Yeah,
so like,
but you're safe. You're okay.
Yeah,
okay.
Everyone lands safely. Or you can.
I guess I would try that.
If it was like, you could customize your experience. So you go in, say like the pilot thing,
plane crash,
and like simulate like a plane crash, but like you're the hero in this plot. So like you fucking land the plane and you pull some like what's his name? Sully. Yeah, you pull some Sully shit and you like land in the Hudson. That'd be fire.
I now I'm starting to think if this simulation service was open to the public, so many people would get like big ass egos from it.
Yeah.
All these like hero complexes that people would exercise.
They would keep going back.
People get addicted to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. People get really addicted to it because it completely takes out the work in life.
Right.
Like you can have all these dreams and it takes out everything you would need to do to like obviously get there, but all the things that get weeded out, like so many people work to achieve a dream and learn so much about themselves along the way where they're like, okay, it's not for me. And you completely cut that out, like it create monsters.
It would create monsters. Yeah, there'd have to be some kind of like limit, like once a month per person.
Yeah.
You can only, and like it'd be a package. Oh my God, we should start a business. It could be a package. Like
how would the budget for that is crazy.
Oh, insane. You could where like your package gets you like 2 customizations every 4 times you come, like
that's cool. Yep.
Upgrades for sure.
And like psych evals.
Totally.
Before, just like one before you like become a member.
Yep. It's like the new Soho house.
Just like that. Just like that. No phones. I think I'd want to be like a grandma on Christmas with like my family around.
And like hella gifts.
Yeah.
And like
generations. Yes. A great grandma even. Like a healthy great grandma where I get to sit there and be like,
This is
my seeds.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
This is my blood.
My bloodline. Yeah, that'd be sick.
That would be a cool one.
A king is a good one. I think I would love to try being like a king for a day.
Yeah.
Queen.
Like Game of Thrones or something.
Yeah.
That would be crazy.
NASCAR driver.
Whoa. Like a surgeon.
A lion tamer.
A surgeon.
Like a lion trainer. Oh. That's one where I'd walk out like a little different.
A little sideways.
A little sideways. A football player.
That'd be fun.
Like an NFL player.
Yeah, like a professional. Mm-hmm. And he just wants to live a normal life.
Right. Like I would make like a sensitive one.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Have you watched him?
No, but I heard it's really fucking bad.
It's not like, oh my God, it's so good, but it's dark. It's like, I definitely won't say it's like good or like well done necessarily, but what you can pull from it is like
eerie.
I don't know. You gotta watch it. It's hard to talk about if you haven't seen it, but yeah, it's very like, I don't know. Like I felt like there are so many parallels. I mean, I'm not an NFL player. Wait, I'm wearing an NFL jersey right now. But like, just watch it. It's freaky.
Okay.
I watched it when I was sick.
I think compared to his other movies, it sounds like it kind of dropped the ball.
Yeah, the bar is just so high with anything.
Yeah.
What's his Monkey Paw Productions?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah. Founded in 2012. Yeah. Anything Monkey Paw does is good, but the bar is so high with so many of them that like the second someone sits in the theater to watch a new one, it's like you're kind of like clenching to make sure it lives up to that standard. But I do love how much every single one of his movies like just makes you think.
Yeah, I'll give it a watch.
Yeah. Watch it before Super Bowl.
Ooh, okay. That's like, fun.
Ooh. Or that'd be a fun one for us to watch like after like the next day when we're just like chilling on the couch or whatever.
Should we have it playing on one of the TVs during Super Bowl?
Fuck people up.
Yeah, I'm throwing a Super Bowl party at my house, so we could bring out one of the TVs.
Come.
Yeah, you guys want to come? We could bring out one of the TVs and have it playing next to the Super Bowl.
That or like let's like I've been meaning to ask you about this. Like we got to do some type.
We got to play a prank. Yeah, 100%.
And I like even if the other TV has like Bluey or like
well, like, wait, have you
something?
There's one. Doesn't Nickelodeon do a Super Bowl?
Yeah.
I could be like, guys, I bought the wrong super package. Like, we gotta watch Nickelodeon version.
I hear the Nickelodeon. Have you seen examples of it? Like
yeah, I hear it's really good.
Like when they
like, slime.
It's still the game. Yeah. It's still like really. It's not. You're not getting a different game, but yeah, it'll be like slime across the screen when someone gets sacked or like whatever. Oh, I would rather watch that. I feel like I'd be more like in it. I was gonna say the Puppy Bowl, but that's before. That's like its own thing.
Yeah.
I love the Puppy Bowl.
Aw. Link should be a moderator.
She would not care. Ooh, she met my neighbor's dog.
Oh, how'd it go?
Yesterday. It's good.
Yeah.
They were really good. He's like young and rambunctious, so she was a little like
chill out.
Yeah, but I feel like he needed that.
It's always good for dogs like that to be around calm dogs.
And like they rustled for a second and then she just like laid down in the sun and he laid down. And it makes me so happy because now like, I don't know, I feel like
they can kick
if we're both home and yeah, the dogs want to hang out. Like we could just open our gates and let them like run around together.
Do what they want to do. That's cool.
It feels good to know your neighbor.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I feel like
you got lucky. Like you got two good neighbors.
I don't think I've actually told you guys. My neighbor upstairs is a nurse, and then my neighbor next door is a vet. And they both have told me, like, if you ever need anything, let me know. And I'm like,
two things
I feel
that you're like
surrounded.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm like, I have a nurse and Link has a nurse. Like it feels so good. So last week I had something. I had a stomach bug from hell. Anyway, I was incredibly dehydrated after the festivities. And she gave me an IV. Like I literally was able to have an IV from
It's so nice.
From up above. From God.
From the heavens.
It was nice. All right, enough yapping, Alex.
Let's yap some more, Kristen.
Let's pivot our yap.
This
is our official Oddvice column. We haven't done this in freaking 3 months.
Months. I'm
4
so
months?
excited. I just opened
It's a
up our
long
email and there's
time.
so many.
We have a lot, baby. Let's just hop into it. You want to go first?
Yeah, sure. This headline caught my eye. It's called Wedding 911. Please send advice. Hi, Kristen and Alex. I am such a huge fan of the podcast and have been around since Kristen's first sighting on YouTube. I'm so happy for you both and so grateful you two offer such a safe space full of love. And I cannot believe how much the two of you have grown on such an emotional and spiritual level. You two really do put such good energy into this crazy world. Oh, thank you. Now, my problem. As you can tell, I'm getting married relatively soon and I'm so happy. My fiance and I are so in love and I have never been with a human who has made me feel this safe and loved. So you're probably wondering what the problem is. Well, it's our wedding party. First, here's a little context. We're planning on getting married spring 2027, and we are getting married in Germany. So from Canada, this is quite a trip. As a girl who doesn't have a ride or die girl best friend, I was nervous to pick the girls for my wedding party, and I'm even more so now as I have no idea who I should include. Here are the options. Ooh, I love this. Number 1, Olivia. She has been my friend. Already out.
Out next.
Just kidding. Let's give Olivia a shot.
Whatever.
She's been my friend for the past 2 years, but has ADHD and is extremely type B and has asked to not be the maid of honor. So I would like her to be a bridesmaid. That's so valid. And I'm glad that Olivia.
I respect that.
Yeah, I'm glad that Olivia was the one to be like, look, I can't do the whole maid of honor thing, but I'll stand next to you. Megan. This is number 2. Megan. I have known her the least amount of time, as in have only hung out with her 2 times outside of work, but she has such an incredible soul. When we hung out, we went for coffee, and each time we spent 4 hours talking before we looked at the time. She is so incredible, and I want her to be a bridesmaid, but I'm scared I'm going to scare her away with this huge ask. Keep in mind, the wedding isn't until spring 2027, so I guess we would have a lot more time to get to know each other. Number 3, Allison. I have known this girl since I was tiny, as our moms are best friends. We hang out every now and then, but I feel like we aren't that close. She's a little awkward, which is where my hesitancy lies, but she has always been so excited to travel to Germany. If I do ask, I would like her to be a bridesmaid. Number 4, Sadie. We have been friends for a few years, and she has always been so excited when I update her about my life, and she is so genuine. However, she mentioned to me that if the wedding was in June, she would have a really tough time going, as she is planning to get a summer job through school. So we planned the wedding for May and set a date. When I told her the date, she said she can't fully commit because she doesn't know what her life looks like then. I was so upset about this because she was so excited, and I literally changed the wedding month for her. I was also planning on her being my maid of honor, but I don't think I can ask her to be in the wedding party because she, quote, can't fully commit and doesn't know what she's going to be doing. That's such a weird response for a wedding. Like, I feel like that's the type of response you get when someone asks you to like go on a trip in a year and a half, like a random, hey, I'm going to the Bahamas in a year and a half. You want to come? Like, I don't know what I'm doing yet, but your best friend's wedding, like
wedding, you now you know what you're doing.
Exactly.
That's what you're doing.
That's what you're doing.
Yeah.
Okay. So I guess I kind of answered my own question and should do Olivia, Megan, and Allison. But can you please still offer some advice? How do I pick a maid of honor? And how do I keep the high of being engaged when so many people are trying to bring me down? Maybe you two can be bridesmaids. Aw. Anyway, I appreciate you two so much and am forever grateful for your presence in this world. Thank you for giving me space to write in and for your advice. With the most love, Anonymous. Okay, let's see. You said Olivia, Megan, and Allison, which is the first 3. I have a really good...
Olivia's out though, right? Because she said, I don't want to do it. She like admitted that it's not something she wants to take on.
Yeah, so she's not going to be maid of honor, but she still wants to be a bridesmaid.
Got it.
She still wants her to be a bridesmaid. I have a really good feeling about Megan, who is your friend from work. Mm-hmm. Right? And she...
Yep, that was mine too.
Yeah, and like you have over a year to like really build that connection with her. And I
Mhm.
feel like, I don't know, there has to be like a deadline to like ask someone to be the maid of honor, right? Like I don't know. I feel like I have a good feeling about her, and I feel like it's worth asking her.
If the deadline's not like right now, like this week, that's even more of a reason to like let your
Yep.
relationship build. Because, you know, to be devil's advocate, if he needs one, like it is still a new friendship too. So like you also want to give yourself time just in case something does happen where it's like, okay, wait, never mind. Like you change your mind. Like the amount of like evidence you have to support that she would be a good maid of honor, like kind of let that maybe grow a little bit more. But that also feels so calculated too.
Yeah.
It
No.
seems like your gut is saying kind of what ours is hearing too. Is just like, I mean, what, like, I don't know, what's the worst that can happen? I don't
Yeah.
know. I'm pretty bad with
Like
wedding stuff too.
if you feel like there's a chance that she would say no, then I would kind of like rethink things. But if you guys are already to the point, I mean, you said every time you've hung out, you forget time has passed and you guys just like
Mhm.
chat so much. Like, I feel like it's past the point where you have to have like reserve with her.
Yeah.
So what if you were just like, you casually brought it up? I'm sure she knows about the wedding. And what if you were like, how do you feel about like maid of honor duties? Like, and you can, like I said, do it casually. Like, ask her
Yeah. Doesn't need to
if
be like a
like an
sit down, I need
official.
to talk to you.
Yeah, it could be
Yeah.
like, is this something that you would like to help me with? Like, I feel like we've gotten close outside of work. Like, I would love you to be a part of my big day regardless, but haven't really been able to think of anyone else besides you to be there in that capacity. And like, if you would like to do it and join me, then be my guest. Like, I would love that. So I feel like you
I think that's
could,
a perfect way to bring it up too. And then
yeah,
like if even if you do it sooner than later, then if she says no, you still have time to like
exactly.
make a plan B too.
Yeah.
Because I feel like that's important during this process is like at least give yourself time just in case somebody says no.
And then you would just kind of have to, I feel like, even more so, make it a priority to like really get close with her over this next year and a half or whatever, to make it so that it's not just like her duty as a maid of honor to be your friend, but like you're also focusing on the friendship outside of like asking
Yeah,
her to be the maid of honor, you know?
totally. Sounds like you guys are doing that too already, which is that's so fun. Like it
Yeah.
I get the reserve when someone's so new in your life, but also like sometimes you meet people and your friends right away and it just clicks and then boom, you have a friend forever. Like
Yep.
I always think of Kaya. That's
Mhm.
how Kaya was. Like met Kaya just at a random little house party. That night I gave her a tattoo of a K on her wrist. And ever since we've been friends and like talk all the time and like it just sometimes you click right away and it's I don't know, it's a beautiful thing. My mind is still on the friend that it was
Sadie.
like a little wishy-washy. Yeah. I was going by numbers. I don't remember their names. That situation, just kind of like aside from the maid of honor thing, because I don't think she'd be a good candidate, especially if she's wishy-washy about even attending. Like I don't want you to
Right.
have to worry about that. But aside from that, assuming you obviously want her there, I would have a conversation with her. Um, Again, really casual, but like let her know like how much you want her there and how important it is that she is there. And like, I don't know, I'd be like, is there anything I can do to like help you better plan for it? I know it's far away. I get that, but this is also such a big day. So like, can we anchor in something here? I don't know. That would kind of like freak me out in a way. Like I would be really sad to
100%.
hear that one of my friends is already being wishy-washy. Cause like we said, it'd be different if it was just like, hey, do you want to go to dinner a year and a half from now? But it's like, no, this is a big day. And yeah, uh, I don't know. That's really hard. That makes me like scared for my own wedding.
None of us are going to do that. You have
I
nothing
know,
to
but
worry
like
about.
that's just so
It
sad. That
is.
makes me so
I
sad.
know it does, especially since you changed literally the date of your wedding for her.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I don't know, cuz I also like we have to have empathy for her too. Like we don't know her life. It's not like
Yeah.
she's lying that she can't know. Like maybe I don't know, maybe it's the nature of her job or something. I don't know. Okay, next entry. Hi, Queens. I need advice on how to stop worrying about my parents. For some background, I'm 27, the eldest daughter, and I just have one sister 6 years younger. We had a rough childhood growing up. Our parents lost our family business, then our home. We lived in motels, shared one room for a few years, and so many other things, but financial problems have always been the issue, and life has always been unstable. I was in a very dark place for years and finally am not. I moved out of state with my boyfriend and my cat. My sister is now living at college. My parents have been living out of their car for the past 2 years. As you can see, finances are still a huge problem for them, and it breaks my heart. I have my own business, so my income isn't stable, but I helped them with rent when I lived with them and even took out a $10,000 loan for them, which they never paid me back for. My sister just started working, but she doesn't help them with money, which honestly I resent a little, but I know she's struggling too. My parents don't ask me for money as often as they used to anymore, but I still feel immensely guilty for enjoying life, like getting my nails done or going to concerts when I know they're struggling. I've never put myself first until this point in my life, so can I simply enjoy life and stop worrying about them? I keep telling myself that they're choosing to be in this situation, but it's still so hard and it eats me alive every single day. Sorry this was long, but any advice is appreciated. Thank you for doing what you do. I love you too so much. Anonymous. This is really tricky, and to be honest, I relate to it to a degree. I wish I could say like there's one thing that will just like make it easier and you'll never have to worry about it ever again and live happily ever after, but that's just not the reality. I think the reality is creating a boundary within yourself to where you can kind of balance both of those realities. Yes, it is hard to see. I'm having a hard time saying this because I don't want to come off insensitive. But like your parents and you, this is both your first life. Like you're both on this planet for your own story, your first time equally. And I maybe this is easy for me to say because I wouldn't say I'm like a big family person. I'm able to kind of like separate the two and look at like my life as my life and my family unit as my family unit. I've had to separate the two because of how much it's like held me back in so many ways. And it's kind of an everyday choice, and it doesn't always feel good, but I've done the alternative where I've like so much of what I'm doing in whatever city I'm living in is like anchored by what they're doing back in the Bay, and it'll pull me out of my reality and like affect my quality of life. Is this coming off
Totally.
right? Like
yeah, 100%. I think you just have to.
I feel bad even saying that. It feels so like you kind of just have to forget about them. And that's not what I'm saying. Because like
you just have to find the balance to not make your family unit's problems your problems to solve, because at the end of the day, they're not yours to solve.
Exactly. Especially as when we become adults too. Like it's different when you're in the family. Like even when you lived with them and you took out the loan and everything, like I would have done the same thing. Like you were part of the same engine at that time, but you've also now separated yourself. And I'm so proud of you for that, because I know that's hard too, especially, you know, the back and forth in your head that I'm sure you went through to even move out was probably really hard. Mm-hmm. But that it's kind of that exact process. You have to look ahead, even though the people around you aren't in like the same season of their life. Oh man, I don't know. It feels like a very like privileged thing to be able to just say, because I do understand. We've had a lot of people write in about like even like culturally like how enmeshed they are with their families, and like they couldn't just do that. So I do recognize that like I am coming from a family that just like simply isn't close. So it's easy for me to say, but if I could give you some of that energy, here it is. And I can kind of feel like you're being selfish, but sometimes I do think, well, the word selfish in a lot of ways I think is villainized, rightfully so. I mean, there's a lot of really bad things around being selfish, like duh. However, when it comes to like growing from a rocky childhood, a pattern in which you don't want to repeat with you as an individual and your potential future family, you have to change something.
Yeah.
And with that change comes detachment from the source that was that pattern.
Yes. No, I was going to say that as far as like the whole selfish thing and thinking about, like Kristen said, your potential family in the future, whether that's like a partner or offspring or whatever your unit looks like in the future for you, you have to think about how you were involved with your family unit and like what the consequences of that were, or like what the dynamic was, and like things that you do want to change about it, because there's always things that we want to change going into our own family units and breaking those cycles, and things that, you know, we don't want to repeat or we do want to repeat. And if one of those things is how you interact with your family, then I think, like Kristen said, making that detachment and being quote unquote selfish and focusing on you and your future is not a bad thing. And it's very valuable for how you want to set yourself up for the future. So it might hurt, you know, for the first few times where you're like actively practicing not being someone that they can lean on in that way. But I think if it's part of your end goal, then it's for the good, and you'll start to see the benefits of focusing on yourself in that way very soon. And I think it'll all be worth it.
It's always hard. Like I always feel some type of guilt. Even like last summer I went to Rome and like my mom texted me, and they're like, at that time they were like in the middle of a really intense move that was costing them a lot of money, and you know, all the things that life throws at you. And I'm sitting here with an Aperol spritz in Rome, and it's like that's a really like polarizing example, but yeah, I feel guilty, and then I've just had to like train my mental process to be like, okay, yes, you feel guilty, but like you're not a bad person because of it. You're, what is it, like enjoying the fruits of your labor or whatever.
Yeah, you're
that term
worthy
is.
of
Like,
those successes.
yeah, worthy of those experiences, whatever it is. And it's, you got yourself to where you are now. Like, don't let someone else, like, don't let someone take that from you. Not that they're like taking it from you, but like, don't let your mind go there. Cause I feel like
Yeah.
sometimes our mind, it's not like your parents are sitting there like, wow, you're a little bitch. Like, you even said they never ask you for money. Like, you know, they're not like firsthand putting that pressure on you, but our minds do it. Yeah, I think guilt gets in the way of like how we view ourselves as good people or not. And often the guilt is I think very misleading, at least in my experience. Like I'll be so hard on myself for something, and it's like, we're all just trying to survive. I don't know. That feels very vague. That would be a whole other episode in itself. But blabbering aside, you're so valid in this emotion. So many people are nodding their head hearing your entry. It's a very common feeling, and I think you're handling it great. And I'm proud of how you're handling it. You're out with you said your boyfriend and your cat. Your sister's living at college. Like, you guys are breaking cycles.
Yes.
Keep it up.
That's what it's about.
Yeah. And you're, you know, still all love to your parents and everything, but you also gotta build your new life raft and kind of start your life now. That's just the reality of it. Because once they're gone, you know, if you live your whole life like worried about your parents 24/7, you know, whatever, once they're gone, like, we're all gonna be one day.
And you didn't give yourself the years to like focus on you.
Yeah, and build
set
your
life up.
foundation. And
yeah.
Yep. Then it's like, oh shit, I literally lived for these other people. It's so, I don't know. Again, if every time I have this conversation, even with myself, like I understand I'm coming from a place of not being close with my family. So I know it's easier said than done, but like people who are really, really close with their families, like, that's fucking hard. That's gotta be so hard.
Yeah.
Like, and it feels so weird to even say that's got to be so hard to be close to your family, because like that's also the number one thing I've always wanted. But like in this lens, it seems like the hardest thing to be able to like
break that,
not feel guilty.
Yeah.
That's hard. I don't know.
I wouldn't even know how to navigate something like that.
I'm too good at breaking ties.
Too good at leaving.
I hate to see you go, but I love to watch you leave.
Okay, this is the next one. It's called My Boyfriend Doesn't Compliment Me Anymore. Hi, ladies. Would love your opinion on this. I've noticed over the past few months that my boyfriend doesn't compliment me much anymore. Even when I'm dressed up for a special occasion, have my hair and makeup done, and feel really confident, he still doesn't say anything. It's even happened several times where we will be at a party and a friend or family member will tell me I look gorgeous right in front of him. He used to be so complimentary even when I wasn't dressed up for something special. It makes me feel like he's not attracted to me anymore, but my physical appearance hasn't changed. And if anything, I feel like I know how to dress and do my makeup better. I can think of 5 occasions in the past 5 months where I dressed up, did my makeup a little extra, and felt really pretty, but he still didn't say anything. He still acts like he's attracted to me, so I don't know what to think. The confusing part is that he has stepped up his thoughtfulness and takes extra care of me. I feel like he's more supportive than ever, and our relationship is very strong. We talk about our future together and want the same things. I brought this up to him twice recently, and he felt badly. I don't want to ask him to compliment me, but it hurts my feelings. It feels like he doesn't think I'm beautiful. To me, it's a lose-lose because I don't want him to compliment me because I asked him to. For context, I'm 24, he is 22, and we've been dating for 4 years. Any advice or insight would be lovely. I kind of want you to shake the idea that asking him to compliment you is a bad thing or like one-sided, because I also think there's a factor here where being complimented is like a love language to you, and it might not necessarily be his love language or like the way he communicates with you. I think it's one thing to like do it in the beginning of your guys' relationship, but then you guys get comfortable and then like things just like start to like plateau or like, you know, fall off after you're out of that like honeymoon phase. But if you just make it known to him that that kind of communication is like really valuable and how you feel valued in the relationship, then hopefully he'll be open to it. You had mentioned that you brought it up to him a couple times and he felt bad, but I kind of want to know like what has happened since. You don't really say if he picked it back up again or like actually started communicating to you in this way. But I also think it's like back to what I was saying as far as like it not being a bad thing that you're asking him. I think it's important to communicate what makes you feel good in a relationship. Like if something like that, like being told you're beautiful and that kind of verbal communication and verbal phrase is important to you, then it's worth saying to your partner. Like you said, like he obviously is attracted to you and he's obviously like he thinks you're beautiful because I mean, he used to say it all the time. And you said you're in a solid relationship. Like you would think that he thinks that, but the like actual act of saying it is what fell off. Is that making sense?
Mm-hmm. Totally.
Yeah. So
like
I think
almost habitual.
yeah, it's like the habit part kind of fell off. So I think asking him to say it isn't like asking him to be attracted to you. I don't think that's the factor here. But like I said, I do think it's important to let him know that you want to be valued in that way. And I think that goes for any aspect of any relationship, you know?
Yeah, it's super important, especially after a change, like after being in the honeymoon phase or whatever it is.
Yeah.
To just touch base. Like this sounds like grounds for a touch base. I mean, you know, maybe he's feeling something else and it's coming out in that way. Like, there's something else he's not saying or whatever. Not to like scare you. It's nothing bad necessarily, but it sounds like something is misaligned. So a really vulnerable, organic conversation, I think, would do wonders. It always does wonders.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Next one. The subject line is scary. It says, he's unavailable and I'm obsessed.
Oh no.
Send help.
Oh no.
Okay. Hello, girly pops. Kristen, I hope San Diego is treating you amazing. That is literally my dream city to live in, so live it up for me. Alex, I hope the Bay is treating you well. All right, let's get down to business. I was in a very serious relationship for 6 years, and it's been about a year since that ended. After taking my time to heal, I finally decided to put myself back out there. Of course, the first guy I land on is Mr. Honest. From the jump, he told me he's both emotionally and financially unavailable for anything serious right now. The problem, we keep hanging out and I cannot seem to let him go. I know he's giving me literal crumbs just to keep me around, but after being off the market for so long, I think I'm addicted to the attention. Please help. How do I break the cycle and let go of someone who's already told me he can't give me what I want? All honest advice is welcome. Thank you so much. I want to say so many things, but I think the first thing I'm going to say is this kind of is like a canon event for you after a 6-year relationship. Like part of me is like, you know what? You're kind of doing what you're supposed to be doing right now.
No, I was going to say hot take,
know?
You like the attention, just kind of flip your mindset to as long as you're not in deep with emotional feelings, you're being
you feel good right now because you're being put on a little bit of a pedestal. But yes, don't go too deep into it. And to be honest, I kind of feel like maybe you're getting to that point. You've had your fun, but now that you're writing in about it and you're already kind of scratching your head, noticing what could potentially be a bad pattern, maybe it is time to start detoxing from it. It takes just a lot of self-honesty, I think. Because again, this isn't anything, a lot of people relate to this a lot. I think it's like a kink you have to roll out when you start dating after not dating for so long, where you and I've done this too, where you're dating to be received. You're not dating to find someone you like. And I kind of feel like that's what's happening here. Again, super common, you are not alone in that. But I think it even just takes a half step of judgment before going into that next date or that next hangout or whatever, to where you're like, wait, am I only doing this because I like being liked?
Yeah.
And once you start putting that in your head, doors and neural pathways open up that you can't even believe. Even first dates that I've gone on, and I'm so much better at it now, but it used to be oh my God, are they gonna like me? But now I'm like, do I like them? And that that really helped me heal the false affection receptors. I wasn't receiving attention for the wrong reasons. So yeah, just ask yourself why, deep down, what you're actually, I'll put it in quotes, benefiting from here.
Yeah.
And then you'll slowly kind of detox from this pattern.
Yeah, but I also think there's, again, probably a hot take, but I also think there's value in dynamics like this if it is something that you are aware of and willing to be a part of. If it is something where it's a friendly hookup, you're not going to, at the end of the day, I feel like you are probably in the same boat as far as being emotionally unavailable because you just got out of this 6-year relationship. And again, this is a huge assumption, you didn't really tell us, but you just got out of a 6-year relationship. You want to kind of step into the dating pool again. You don't have to jump into your next relationship right now. If
God,
this,
no. Please don't.
You shouldn't. But if this is something that'll just help you build your confidence in dating and self-esteem in general, then I think that's a huge benefit from personal and human interactions in general. I feel like dating as a whole has this weird connotation that women shouldn't be thrown around and we're at the hands of whether or not a man is emotionally available. Take your fucking power back, and you also have a say in whether or not you want to be in this dynamic with someone who does just like having you around but doesn't want to be anything deeper. And if that's something that you want right now, not saying it is, but I do think, like I said, that there are benefits to just having someone fun there with you, then that's also okay. So don't feel like you have to, every human connection that you make with someone on the romantic level has to be this perfect going to lead somewhere dynamic.
Balanced, whatever.
Yeah.
You're
It's
right.
there can be so many different benefits to human connections, and it doesn't always have to look like what we're told dating has to look like. So just like kind of being, I don't know, the devil on your shoulder right now, just kind of like ask yourself those questions. Like if it feels right, you don't have to ask yourself why it feels right, you know?
Yeah, it's all about like what you're dating for right now. I think if you wrote in at the top of the message, you were like, I'm looking for my husband and I'm in this situation, I'd be
it's like you're
what are
wasting
you
your
doing?
time.
You're wasting your time. Yeah. But if you're just getting your toes wet, which it sounds like you are, as long as you, like we keep saying, don't go in too deep. Cause I like everything Alex just said, like 100% that is so true. And like, I wish we could program that into like every woman's brain, but someone like myself who can fall into like certain patterns with people, I have to tread a little bit more light in that.
You have to know like
in that
your
realm. You have to know yourself.
Yep.
Yes. And I think that's something we don't always know, especially after such a big identity change, getting out of a 6-year relationship. Like for a few years after, at least for me, like there was a big identity revamp. And during that, I was a lot more vulnerable. So I definitely had to tread a little bit lighter. So I feel like that's just worth mentioning too. But yeah, it's all about what your intention in dating is right now. And if you're just having fun, then have fun and just check in with yourself every once in a while. And if something starts to feel icky, don't ignore it.
Yeah. Yeah. That's where it's like,
then you leave.
Yep. You got to know exactly what your intentions are, what you're looking to get out of things like this. And the second it no longer serves that side of your perspective on dating, then drop it.
It's not for you anymore.
Nope.
Yep. That's literally like, I think we
cracked the code.
Dating.
I'm telling you.
You're welcome. I'm telling you.
I'm telling
you guys.
Okay, here's the next one. It's called He Cheated, I'm Trapped. Help. Hey, I've been listening to your podcast for about 3 years now, ever since grade 12.
Only 12?
You're only 12?
You're only 12?
12 is like one of those ages where, like, if you're young, you're 12.
You're 12, yes. It's always like the one you spit out. Yeah. What are you, 12?
You've helped me through my first year of university, dropping out, and finding my way toward a happier life. Well, almost. I met my boyfriend, let's call him Phil, in my first year of university. He felt perfect, respectful, high effort, flowers, dates, compliments, everything. He even asked me to be his girlfriend on a beach at sunset. I truly thought I had found my person. Later, he dropped out of school and moved back home 6 hours away. I supported him through it. Not long after, I realized I hated my own program and decided to apply to college to become a vet technician. I suggested Phil apply to massage therapy so we could graduate around the same time. And my mom even offered for him to move in with us so he could attend a nearby college. He accepted, moved in, and everything felt amazing. That Christmas, I gave him a necklace engraved with our anniversary in my handwriting saying, I love you. The following summer, my family and I went on a trip while he stayed home. When I got back, I noticed he had stopped wearing the necklace. I checked his iPad and saw multiple attempts to log into Tinder.
It's always the iPad.
Always.
It's
never a cell phone. It's always the fucking iPad.
God.
Saw multiple attempts to log into Tinder, both while I was away and earlier when he was living 6 hours away. When I confronted him, he told me it wasn't him and blamed a glitch. Oh,
right.
I believed him. No. Fuck. A few months later, he went home to visit a childhood friend. When I picked him up from the train station, he told me they had a falling out because the friend was cheating and Phil had told the girlfriend the truth. I thought it showed his character. Weeks later, that same friend messaged me on TikTok saying if Phil didn't respond to him, he would expose that Phil, quote, wasn't such a good guy either. When I asked what he meant, he told me that while they were together in Ottawa, they were on Tinder. I confronted Phil and he admitted that he had been texting other girls. This happened about 6 months ago and he still lives with me. He's still in school and I feel too guilty to kick him out or embarrass him. I also didn't want to face the heartbreak, but now I'm stuck. I don't trust him anymore and I've noticed I've become controlling and constantly second guessing him. I hate that version of myself, but I don't know how to move past what happened. Do I wait until we're done with school? Is there a way to rebuild trust, or am I just avoiding the inevitable? Please help. I feel like you're definitely just avoiding the inevitable. And you had asked, how do I move past this? I feel like the only way to move past it is to actually move past it and break up and begin to heal from it and do all the things that you do after a breakup. Because unfortunately, there's like once these, and you even said it's starting to like leak into other things. Like you already feel like you're being controlling and you're constantly second guessing him. Like, unfortunately, there's not much that you can do to like backtrack from that, especially if it is just like swept under the rug. He did ultimately just like quote unquote get away with it.
Yeah.
So
no quotes.
Yeah, no quotes. He got away with it. Like
he got away with it.
He's living with you. There's no real repercussions, learning moment in this scenario. Like he fully got away with it. And that, I feel like that is where the resentment is building within you. Like there's nothing to say that he won't do this again. And I actually wouldn't be surprised if he isn't doing this still.
Yeah. I also don't want you to start resenting yourself too. Cause like I see where your heart's at. But when we enable behavior like this, like I'm literally thinking of like Stephen DeMarco and fucking Tell Me Lies. Like when you start to have empathy for behavior like that, I mean, it's not even empathy anymore. It's enabling. It's telling that person that fucked up behavior is okay. It's not. It's doing you a disservice by, extending your energy and your heart to, feel bad and like make a person, like you said, you don't want to embarrass him or whatever. Like that's a disservice to you. And if you really want to zoom out in the human experience, like I would hope everybody can have at least one moment in their life where they're held accountable or someone holds a mirror up to them so that they can grow from it. And that's not to say like, oh, I feel bad for him because nobody's held him accountable, because ultimately that is our job as individuals. But you get what I'm saying. It's like nothing's ever going to change
because he's not like
nothing ever changes.
Yeah, he's not like learning consequences, or he's not being held accountable.
That's exactly it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a habit now. Like it's going to be something where he just thinks like, oh, I can get away with it because he can. I get too, like I was talking about this with a friend recently, like especially after a nasty breakup, it's you wish you could just be like, fuck you, get out of my house. Like that would feel so good. And like, there is times and places to have that behavior and like let that out, but ultimately it doesn't feel good after. Like you feel icky, you feel mean, you feel nasty. So it's not like you need to approach it like that either. I think, I don't know when your lease is up, but say it's up in March. Hey,
time to go.
I'm giving you 60 days notice. I need you out of here. Keep it clean. Mm-hmm. Keep it simple, and just don't budge. I think too, like when you or anybody, when we sit in these dynamics for too long, you're like training yourself to take this what's the word? Treatment. There's another word I'm thinking of. You're training yourself to just like
accept it,
be okay with being treated this way. I can't think of the fucking word, but anyway, yeah, doing that is also like that's gonna hurt you in the future if you don't get out. Because like once you are apart, and in the future when you're ready to date again and find your person, I don't want you to think that this is normal or okay, because it's not. Mm-hmm. So I think it's time to close that chapter, learn what you lost, let it be gone, because now it's cancerous. It's just like a lump on you now. Like you just need to get it off, get him out so that you can start actually healing from it, because you're worth so much more than that type of treatment. Like, oh, it just breaks my heart to hear that he's still there, and fuck him. Like he needs to leave. Give him 60 days though. I feel like that's because then, like, I don't know. I always think about like when exes get messy. Like I don't want him to be like, oh, you can't kick me out. Like I don't know if he's on the lease too or whatever. Because if he is on the lease,
it sounds like he's just like living with her and her mom.
Oh, it's still the mom. Okay, I didn't realize it was the mom situation.
I believe so.
Yeah, I would give him 60 days and tell him he's got to be out, and just hold your fucking ground. If that means you have to say it and go cry in the bathroom, then do it. But the second you come back out and he tries to, oh, but I don't have nowhere to live.
Nope.
You know what? You got to figure it out the same way I thought I was going to be in this healthy relationship and you threw a wrench into my fucking ringer. Like,
right.
You got to figure it out the same way I have to figure it out. So bye.
I'm also not against you, like you guys actually breaking up beforehand, like having that conversation where you are no longer in a committed relationship. And if that be like, I'm done with the relationship, but I'm doing you a favor by not kicking you out today, which, remind him you can fucking do that. Give him the courtesy of giving him that 60 days or however long. I don't know if you guys have like a couch that he could sleep on or a different bedroom, but try and break the emotional tie as soon as possible. That way you're like, okay, this guy is just like sleeping on my couch and he's going to be out in 60 days. But like, if you give him the 60 days and you're like, okay, and we're going to break up in 60 days, like there's no point to that in my head. Like start to move on emotionally as quickly as possible. So I feel for you. I'm so sorry.
Okay, this is going to be the last entry. It's titled Introspective Ruminations. I wonder if anyone else experiences this. I'm an introvert through and through. I'm content with my life near solitude, and my husband is my best friend, and that's enough for me. I have friends we check up on each other a few times a year, but otherwise I keep to myself. Of course, there's family too I remain close with, and I'm in group chats but hardly contribute, though love to feel included. And this is enough for me. I find with anything more, I become so anxious, self-critical, and I'm left with the realization that this is why I'm content with my near solitude. It's peaceful. Something I've come to notice and feel some type of way towards is the things I share with my person, my husband. For my needs of social interaction, he will often share it with his friends or family. This is fine most of the time. It allows me to feel included without the burden of putting myself out there. Where it becomes an issue, though, is when it feels as though this is no longer something between me and him. He takes what I've offered him as a bid for connection between the two of us, and instead uses it as a connection between him and someone else. Often, I don't ever know he's done this, and later I discover it, leaving me to feel looked over, not included, and less than. Like, is it not enough for this thing to be between us two, that it has more meaning between him and the others? Of course, it is important to also notice that he finds what I share meaningful and worth sharing with others. I also like to think I'm smart and have good things to say, of which he uses to his advantage in social settings, and he is much more outgoing and needs more social connection than I do. I enjoy being an onlooker in those situations. He will at times give me the credit, but other times it's not about me at all and about his use of my sharing to gain in those relationships. This is not make or break. It is simply a matter of introspection. Okay, that is all. I appreciate your thoughts on this kind of thing. If you ever felt anything similar, much love, Anonymous. I think this is loaded because I see where you're coming from, but I also wonder, like, he's kind of the bridge between his two worlds, his relationship, as we all are, his relationship and his family and friends. And like, maybe when he's out and about, they're like, hey, like, how's so-and-so doing? And he's like kind of bridging that connection for you, which you also mentioned too, and something that you're kind of okay with. I guess I'm having a hard time wrapping my head around like when it's okay and when it's not. I don't know. I'm not seeing the difference.
That's kind of where I got hung up too, because it's a hard one to define. And I feel like it's hard to hold someone else accountable for that specific of like a stance on I don't want to like sound like understanding or like harsh about it, but because I definitely relate like on the solitude aspect and like keeping your circle close and like understanding your boundaries. But I guess that's kind of what I'm getting at is like understanding your boundaries is one thing, but then expecting the people in your circle to also have the same boundary is
exactly
a big ask. And especially if it's not communicated, it's one thing to like make that a known boundary for him and like him to agree to that. But if it's something that you're just expecting of him, yeah, it's a big ask, and it's hard to define that kind of boundary when it's not your own or when he doesn't relate to it exactly. So yeah, this is a hard one.
It's a really hard one,
I
but
don't
I'm glad we
even,
read it.
yeah, me too.
'Cause I think Alex is right. Like expecting it is just not a reality. So maybe, I mean, this feels hard too, because you said there are elements about it that you do like, but maybe this calls for a new boundary where you're like, just don't say anything about me. But then like I put myself in his shoes and he's like, oh,
I
but
want to
like
talk about my
they're asking about my
relationship.
girl or
Yeah.
you actually didn't say your gender at all, but like they're asking about my partner. So like, I don't.
That's what it makes it a hard like avenue to follow when it's not your own want or need, you know?
Yeah, and it's literally not coming out of your own mouth, so you have like no control over the narrative.
Yeah.
Is that what this is though? Or are you feeling maybe it's like a control thing when it's like in rooms that you're not in because you don't want to be in them, which again is like totally fine, but that's also like a part of life too, is like when we're not in rooms, like our name could be brought up and that's just like a part of human connection. That's a part of community. Yeah, I think this takes a whole lot more intel for us to have like a full accurate scope on what's going on, but I think just try and not take it too personal. I don't think are you feeling like he's like speaking ill on your name or anything?
Right. I feel like
I don't know.
there's an aspect of trust here too, cuz like
Yep.
it'd be different if you felt as though he was like talking shit about you, because then it's like that's a whole other thing. But yeah, if it comes down to trust and you just like understanding that he's just, and that's another aspect of it too, like we're allowed to confide in our people about our partnerships. And if he is talking about, something that like a conversation that you guys had, that's okay. And that's not like relationships.
Because that's his support group too.
Exactly. Yeah. And I mean, this is kind of like a different scale of it, but like you even writing into us, like that's your form of, asking for advice about a relationship aspect. Like he's allowed to talk to his people in that way too, So I think there just needs to be like a conversation about what's expected of each other and trying to pinpoint like what it is that makes you uncomfortable and like how and if there is a way that he could maybe relieve some of that, but also that's not his.
It's not his emotion to regulate.
Yeah.
Like sometimes we have to do that. I mean, not sometimes, all the time. We should be doing that by ourselves.
Yeah.
Towards the end, you said it's also important to mention, you were saying how when he goes out in social settings, he'll kind of like share something that you've shared with him on like it sounds like maybe like a fun fact level. Like you said, I think I'm smart and have good things to say, which he also uses in social settings. So like maybe you tell him about an article you read and he goes and shares that article.
That's like,
That's kind of what I'm getting. That's just like life though.
Yeah.
I think I kind of want to leave you with this, and this might be a big ask of me, but like I'm kind of, and I could also just be projecting the extrovert in me too, but I kind of want to challenge you to think, are you maybe changing in a way where you're craving a little more connection than you've identified with before? Because this sounds like such an elementary term to use, but it's almost like I'm sensing like a little bit of like jealousy or envy that he's having these social interactions on behalf of things that you shared with him. And you're kind of like, I can imagine an introvert brain being like, wait, hold on, like this left R A to B convo, I can imagine that.
Like you lost ownership of it.
Yeah. So maybe, I'm not saying, drop your identity now and go be a social butterfly, but like, I don't know, maybe next time there's a game night or, I don't know what you guys do to connect with your circles and whatnot, like pull up for an hour and just see how that feels. Like, let's just like troubleshoot him. Not saying you got to stick to anything, but let's troubleshoot. Maybe there's an element where you're kind of wanting some recognition or attention or, one of those words in these settings, because when the alternative is you hearing that he's having these on his own. Like maybe you're just craving to be a part of something a hair more. Introvert, extrovert is a giant spectrum. So in no way am I saying you need to completely change your identity here, but I think it might be grounds for some maybe exploring your threshold versus what you've been used to up until this point.
Yep. No, that's a great point. Yeah.
And like that's life, baby. Like I feel like I go through waves of where I land on the spectrum of what vert I am. And it comes for so many different reasons.
Yeah. And it's like what we talked about last week about finding your balance. And like there are forms of socializing that actually do, I mean, speaking for me, but like do recharge me. And if you happen to find that like those little bits of, like Kristen's saying, if you want those conversations that your partner's having with his circle to be coming from you, like your own, that like bring that ownership back to you, then maybe that's a part of your quote unquote extrovert that would charge you. So yeah, I think Kristen's right. Like trying to find that balance, or like maybe there is that aspect of you that could be nurtured.
But good on you for even writing in and like recognizing that this is like kind of itching you in a way. It's I honestly, to all you guys that write in all the time, like it's just good to even be perking your ears to things that are kind of bugging you. It's something that I feel some people can shove down for so many reasons. You know, you don't want to come off as naggy, or you don't want to like, you just want to avoid something for whatever reason. But the fact that a lot of you can even just write in and hold the mirror up to yourself for an hour and a half in an episode each week, like that's always a good sign of growth and just self-exploration, which is like literally why we're here. So
I'd love to see it.
Good job, everybody. Good job, team.
Pats on the backs for all of you.
Ooh, my back popped when I leaned back.
Oh, ooh, mine popped too.
All right, guys. We'll leave you on that note, you guys. Happy Monday. Stay safe out there. Just keep an eye on your loved ones and
protect your neighbors.
Go talk to your neighbors. Literally, like we mentioned it earlier with my case, but like it's really important more now than ever that we are leaning into our community, protecting our community, the people that we, have around us is what we can control. When the world gets so fucking crazy, it's so overwhelming, especially with social media. You kind of feel like you want to hug the whole world and protect everybody, and that's just a lot for one single human brain to take on. It's a pit that will never be filled. So where we can start is small, and with our communities and calling our mayors, our senators, like it just starting small, I think is where I would like to put everybody's head at this point, mine included. And just lean into the people around you. It's grim. I don't know.
It's grim out there.
Like my head is in so many places every day, but that's kind of where I'm finding the most relief is like when I start getting so overwhelmed, I'm like, okay, hold on. What is in arm's length that I can control? And it's little things like that. It's community and neighbors and friends and family and loved ones. So leave you on that note.
We love you guys.
Start there because that's where the biggest change happens.
Yep.
It's true. Yeah.
In the inner circle.
Everybody have a good week. If you are wondering, we have a patreon.com/Oddvice podcast. We have a second episode every single Friday. For this week's Patreon episode, we talked a lot on relationships. Like I feel like damn near every entry was relationship based. Where do you guys kind of stand on these things? Where do you, the introvert extrovert one, my head is still kind of trickling in that. Sure. Like, I'd be curious as someone who leans more extrovert, like what is it like in an introvert's mind in a scenario like that where you're kind of hearing your name in other spaces, but you're not a part of it? Like, does it feel like you're kind of losing control of your solitude in a way? Or I don't know. That's really interesting. Or
the dating one.
Of course.
I'm interested in
which one?
The dating one. I'm interested in hearing how you guys value like different types of connections with different people, as far as like being with someone who's not necessarily like, they're not going to be the love of your life, or they're, you know, they're not emotionally available. Like, are you okay with something like that if that's what you're also looking for? Or where do you kind of fall on that spectrum?
And if you don't identify with any of these entries this week, Patreon is also always open to just chat about anything you're going through. You want to vent. Life's heavy right now. If Oddvice can be a sliver of relief for you guys, that's literally why we're here. It's a relief for us. So the floor is open. That's always linked in our description. And yeah, we'll leave you there. Love you guys so much. And we'll talk to you next week.
Love you. Bye.
Bye.